Right, good afternoon everyone. It's a bit of a wet day today. I've actually just stood the cows off. It's now I think about 1:30. You can see the rain blowing through there. So it's a good day for an inside job. And a couple of days ago, actually on the weekend, I got the carburetor rebuilt on this Gold Belly, and we managed to get it going. We tow started it, but it had a miss, and we thought it was a spark plug. We played around with it for a while, and then it developed a rattle, and the rattle was sort of in this area somewhere. We were having problems with this this cylinder not firing or not running properly. So yeah, I've taken off the tank, the bonnet's all off it, disconnected the battery, and I've actually taken the nuts off the top of the rocket cover there, and yeah, I've already been here. I do know what's wrong, so we're going to go in here, we're going to have a look and see if we can fix it and work out what we're going to do. Yeah, so we've owned this tractor for a little while now, probably could be 3 or 4 years. It was running really good. We used it in one of the haymaking videos, and then I thought it was a carburetor, but maybe it was actually to do with this problem that it's got. So yeah, we'll have a look at it and then we'll work out what we're going to do. You can hear the rain on the roof. Right, let's get on with it. We also gave it an oil change before we ran it, because it had it was overfull with oil for some reason, but when we drained it there was heaps of goop come out of it, and we discovered that the oil filter, which is down here, down this side, was actually put in backwards. So it was not doing any filtering at all. So yeah, like there's heaps of this slimy stuff here, all through the bottom of the motor. So I'm actually planning on taking the inspection panel off the bottom of the sump and try and clean out as much as I can, as well as on top of the head here, because it's just full of grime and crap. Like, that's actually gritty. Yeah, that's yuck. So it could explain what's happened. And so I'm not a mechanic and I don't know what cylinder this is, but it's the one near the back of the tractor. So that's the dashboard just there in the battery. But this valve was actually stuck down, and that's the noise that we could hear when it was running. That there was doing a bit of tapping. So Dad said it could just have a stuck valve. He said in one of his with his dad, one of their old trucks years ago, the engine used to get a valve that would stick down every now and then, and they used to just free it up again and away they go. So yeah, that's why I say I'm not a mechanic, but I suspect that this valve has got stuck down because it's so dirty in there. Like, hasn't been much lubricating going on because of the oil being so dirty and grimy. So he did suggest to try and free it up, but I don't know if I'm just gonna free it up and be done with it. I think that we need to take the head off and get all this cleaned up, get the valves done, clean up as much as we can. So this is the inspection cover down here, this cover just here. You can take that off. So I was hoping to try and clean that out a bit. Yeah. So yeah, I was just going to try, just give this a tap and see if we can free it up. It doesn't seem like it wants to do anything. So I've talked to a friend and we're going to take the head off, clean it all up and put it back together. So we're going to get a new distributor cap, new leads, new spark plugs, give it all refresh. Right, so we're going to dismantle it I was informed to slowly let these up evenly so we don't bend the rocker arm assembly. We're just going to work our way along, letting it up. Those are the push rods. Look at that goopy slime down there. Pretty much going to get a birthday, this engine now. Not going to touch the bottom end though. It seems to be alright. It was running alright apart from this one valve being stuck open, so it was obviously chuffing a bit. It's just removing this lower radiator hose, and I just tore the hose in itself. It's so brittle always. So I just had to cut the radiator hose, or the clamp, with a hacksaw because it wasn't going to undo. That hasn't been off for a while. There you go. It looks like it's been sealed up with something, or it's just a build up of rubbish. There we go. Seems like a pretty old hose. It's pretty old. A bit of rusty water coming out of it. So I'm removing, so this is the fuel tank mount, and then the top of the radiator hose fitting, whatever it's called, where it comes off the motor. Got to take that off, and then I think I've got to undo the water pump off the front as well. So I was hoping just to leave all this on the front, drop the manifold down a little bit off to the side so we can just take the head off without having to remove it all completely. And I was actually just thinking, while I'm in here, I probably should just put a new water pump on it. just taking the water pump off. I'm not sure if I've got to undo these other bolts or just these 3. I suspect I got to undo those other ones. The other 2, the bottom one, they got nuts on them. It makes me think that the bottom 2 aren't going through into the head, but this one bolt might be. There we go. It seems alright, but I guess I could open it up, but there is a lot of rust build up in there, so maybe it's worth putting a new water pump on it and sending them in here, because to put a new water pump on, I don't think you need to remove the radiator, but you may, so I think we will put a new one on. Right, so it's time to get this manifold off. It's got a few bolts, like studs and nuts. Some are fairly well hidden. To use the spanner on that one, spanner on that one. Can get to that one. And underneath. Hopefully I don't have to take the carb off. I was hoping not to. Last 2 nuts to undo. Now I've got to work out what I'm going to do with this. I was hoping just to leave it on the side. Hoping to. Got it. I'll just get this loose. Get that out. And we should be alright. This must be just a breather pipe, because it goes back on top of goes into the rocket cover. So I can get that long stud out there, and it means I don't have to take this all the way off, because that long stud there comes right through. For some reason they got a long stud. One of them came out, was there, it's come right out. So if I can get this out. Perfect. You can get the head off now, leave all that sitting there. So that's a stud that came out. Yummy. I just noticed that there's caps on those ones and not on these ones, but it is a pattern, so the outside ones have caps. Oh yeah. So this one here is our problem one. Well, I don't know what to look for. It looks not bad. There's definitely a bit of carbon build-up, but I think that's just the nature of it. Old tractor putting around. When you look down in there, you can't really see it on camera, but there's a bit of carbon build-up on it, and that could be what's making it get stuck. Like I say, I'm not a mechanic, I'm just a guy having a go. I do have a bit of knowledge, but yeah, I'll have a friend help me put it back together and make sure it goes back to the right. We'll just leave that there for now. Head gasket looks in good condition, like there's no, can't see where anything's been passing Looks right to me. So one thing I have noticed is these 3 pistons are pretty clean. That one's got a lot of carbon on it, so we had a problem which we thought was with the carburetor not running, the tractor not running very good, but I suspect that it was actually the this valve potentially leaking a little bit. Something going on there, because these other ones that's pretty clean and those other ones are clean. And even if I wipe it, it doesn't clean it. You can see it's still covered in carbon. Right, so that's going to be for this video. I've got sprayed this with CRC. I'm going to cover it up so it doesn't rust, because there is a bit of moisture. A bit of moisture coming in. Just damp. There's no damp at the moment with the rain. So yeah, we're going to cover it up for now. Get the new parts and get everything sorted. Get the head sorted, and then we'll do another video putting it back together. So yeah, hope this helps everyone. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you somewhere else on the farm. See ya.